Good morning, boys and girls. We are coming live from Lincoln Elementary School, where we're going to take you through a little bit about what Lincoln Elementary School has been doing to make the in-person learning safe and comfortable for everybody. So as you can see, we are just outside the door, so I do not have my mask on. And you can see that we have a few signs up for everybody. First, we're talking about our face coverings that are required once you enter the building. Over here, we also talk about our self-certification form that we need to have filled out prior to attending school tomorrow. So please make sure you did get a reminder email this morning if you did not do that. And then lastly, we have another sign here talking about some of the symptoms that we have or that you should be looking for. One of the most popular questions we've had is about allergies and how do we go with that. So what we can say is we know allergies do have the typical symptoms. So if you have something that goes above and beyond those symptoms, such as a fever, body aches, those are the type of things that you need to be self-certifying for. So what we're going to do is we're going to head into the building. I'm going to put my mask back on, and we're going to go ahead and travel through the building so you guys can see what we did to get set for school. All right, follow me.
The bumpiness is temporary.
So here we're going to enter our front office where you can see our lovely office staff. We have Mrs. Haleman and Mrs. Keefe. You can see that we have
Mrs. Haleman.
School, Mrs. Kathy.
and Mrs. Keefe. And you can see that we have some plexiglass up here to keep everybody safe. We also have some hand sanitizer available for when people come in so they can go ahead and sanitize their hands once they're done. So now that we're done here in the front office, let's go ahead and travel to one of our third grade classrooms.
See if we can stop and show some of the markings on the floor.
So as you can see, we do have some.
Well, and this is the first time your families are seeing your new floors in general, right?
It is, yes. So as you can see, we have some paw prints here that are going to be our 6-foot markings. And then you can see we have another one right here. So we have those. We have our giant Lincoln paw. So that's just like an added bonus for you to see since you are inside the building right now. So right now we're going to head over to Mrs. Reed's third grade classroom. And you can see entering her classroom, she does have some signs up right here. It says be wise and sanitize. So there's some gentle reminders for all of our students. And here we are in Mrs. Reed's classroom. So a couple of things I wanted to point out. So that's really wasn't typical last year, but because we have made some adjustments to the school year, we wanted to show some things. So in all of our classrooms, we do have our hand sanitizer. So that is new this year. It's not only in the classrooms, but strategically placed throughout the building. So very easy. Just put your hand under, push. You'll get a little bit in your hand, and you just rub it gently, through your hands. Make sure you're covering all of your fingers and your thumbs, and then you'll be all sanitized. We also have another sign up here in Mrs. Reed's room that just talks about practice social distancing, a reminder of 6 feet. If we focus in here on one of our classroom desks, actually 2 of them, you will see that we have all of our desks spaced 6 feet, and those are marked by the tape that you can see on the floor. And then you can see on the actual student desks, each student has their own Chromebook that is assigned to them. They have their own whiteboard. You can see that they have their own planner. And then on the back of the seat, you can see that we have our chair coverings, little pocket holders. So this is for students. It's acting as their mailbox. So the teacher can come by and put things in there. Students can take things out. So.
And all materials will be individualized this
all
year.
materials are individualized. So all the school supplies that are coming into the building, students will actually be sharing. They will not be sharing those. They'll be keeping those to themselves. So now we're going to come right over to our hand washing station. And you can see right here that all of our water fountains have been blocked off. Obviously, we're not going to be sharing the water fountain to do any of that. So we do have these will be not active. And then you can see over here that we do have, all of our classrooms do have sinks with soap and paper towels, so students will be able to wash their hands. So that's what a typical classroom looks like. You can also see right here that each of our classrooms, each of our teachers received cloths, disinfectant wipes, disinfectant spray, as well as gloves. So if there was some type of accident where they needed to use that, or a student was sitting at the kiddie table working with the classroom teacher, the teacher will be able to go ahead and sanitize that area. So that's what a third grade classroom looks like. Just like many of our other classrooms, I think right now, we're gonna make our way down to the hall and outside so we can show you what we have outside. So as you can see, we do have our 6-foot spacing you can see on the floor. So you can see all the paws. This simply is just acting as a visual for students as they walk down the hall so they can see what 6 feet distancing is between them and another student. The other thing it serves purpose for is just kind of give us a midline through our hallways so students know to stay on the right-hand side of the hallway depending on which direction they are walking.
We'll stop and show these reminder.
Also, we do have the visuals in the hallways talking about keeping your distance. So you can see there's the 6 feet. And so we do have these scattered throughout the hallways as well. You can see outside one of our second grade classrooms here wearing a mask. We give some simple instructions, reminders how to wear it. So making sure it covers your nose and mouth. And then don't touch or play with it. Stay 6 feet apart, as well as sanitizing after you leave the classroom and after you enter.
So where are we headed right now?
So we outside, and we're going to go outside and show everybody where our white tent is. So it's a large tent that we got to add an extra space for instruction or a mask break outside. We do have it set up just off of our playground, and the way we are going to use it is if we do have some inclement weather, it gives us one more safe space to go if it is a light rain or anything like that. And the other thing is if a teacher would like to go utilize that space to do an outdoor reading or anything like that, they can take that and use it as an instructional space. So it's just it's an added class or almost classroom here at Lincoln. So but the majority of it, the purpose that we're going to use it for is really for mask breaks or that additional space that we can just go to that's safe outside. As you can see over here, you can see more signs about keeping your distance, so you can see that. And then I believe we're going to head outside so you guys can see what the tent looks like. Okay, and now that we're outside and I'm safely away from everybody else, I can take my mask off. As you can see behind me, this is our white tent. You can see it's very large, and we'll be able to house one of our classrooms, and students will be able to be safely 6 feet apart. So that's really going to conclude our tour for today. I'd like to thank you for joining us, and again, we are really looking forward to everyone being a part of the Lincoln community again tomorrow. Coming back to school, we're excited to have you, and we're looking forward to being part of your day once again. Thank you, everyone.